But I mean, he had a very, very solid game. 7 carries for 48 yards, average 6 yards per carry. That wall in Dallas is something else, man. But we got a school bus full of running backs. I mean, Morris looked good against Miami, rushed for 85 yards. Then when you add in McFadden, who rushed for over 1,000 yards the previous year, and Lance Dunbar as a change-up back, we're solid. I mean, we should be more than okay with running the ball this season. But back to Zeke. Zeke, Ezekiel. The hell are you doing, man? Video surfaced yesterday of Zeke being inside of a legal half-baked store. I know weed is legal there in Seattle, but it's not legal in the league, Zeke. You gotta be a little smarter, man. And I mean, and you guys really shouldn't be shocked. I mean, come on. Are you really shocked that Zeke smokes? Look at his lips. Either he is related to Whoopi, or he likes to smoke the Whoopi. It's one or the other. But Zeke, man, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You can't be going into weed stores thinking nobody's gonna record you. He had shades on. That's not a disguise. Call up Johnny Manziel, man. He has plenty of wigs and disguises for you. I'm sure Urban would have threw you something. Don't just go up in there with no shades. Come on, Zeke. You're smarter than that, I think. Now, he didn't purchase anything, but I mean, you don't just go to a weed store for a field trip, you know? Then now there's reports about Dallas being concerned about his behavior. And I mean, you guys watch the game. Like, anybody who goes at Cam Chancellor like that obviously is smoking that 12th man. Oh, he's smoking something. To go at Cam like he's a nobody. He was smoking the stickiest of the ickiest. You got to have some balls, or you just don't know where you are to try to truck Cam Chancellor. And I'm pretty sure 12th man is probably on a jar somewhere in that store. I'm almost 100% certain of that. And I mean, even Jerry said it's not good. Jerry. I mean, man, you know you effed up if Jerry say you effed up. That's not a good look at all, man. I mean, Zeke, I gotta give you a Chris Carter. I mean, come on, man. Come on, Zeke. Gee. Somebody got to get a hold of him. Call Emmett. Emmett, please take Zeke under your wing, because we need him. Because he looked amazing versus that Seattle defense. Hitting the corner, hitting the holes, picking up blocks. Didn't get to see him catch too much out the backfield, but I'm sure that is coming. Then you got him and Prescott running options out of the option. We saw an option play from the Dallas Cowboys. When have you guys ever seen that out of Dallas? Quincy Carter, maybe? I know that's a name that's that name's not allowed in my household. But I mean, I like the future of Dallas, man. We got a lot of promising young guns. Like a lot of them. They're looking promising. Prescott. Dak was, so far in the preseason, is 39 of 50 for 454 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. You got Zeke, who had a very solid outing. Bryce Butler, to me, is having a pretty good preseason. Better than Terrence Williams, if you ask me. I see Terrence got them Jason Witten arm badges on. I hope they help. I hope you can get Jason Witten hands and stop dropping touchdown passes. Terrence, that'll help. Or maybe, I don't know, get open. That might help as well. Extremely disappointed in Terrence Williams. Anthony Hitchens has been everywhere. Loving him at the middle linebacker. Like them coming out of college. Jones is obviously an upgrade over Will Cox. J.J. Wilcox, my God. Not only can you not cover, but your biggest token was tackling, making a hit. Now you can't even do that. I don't know how many missed tackles I saw from JJ the entire preseason. I don't even know what we're going to do with him. We have to put him out there. I tell you what, though. He's not Heath. Jeff Heath is 10 times worse. Thank God for Byron Jones. Hopefully him and Barry is going to make a very, very interesting combination. I do like our corners. Claiborne has looked very, very solid so far in this preseason game. Carr has been getting toasted a couple of times, but I like Carr. And we got Scandrick back. Hopefully we can get him 100% before the season starts, and we'll be all right. Another young gun that I raved about on the last podcast, and I take back everything I said about this guy after watching film. Chaz Green, the offensive tackle out of the University of Florida. I don't know how many penalties Chaz has picked up this preseason, and I don't know how many people have blown by Chaz. It was at one particular part. I wasn't even watching the game. I was just watching Chaz, and he was getting beat 95% of the time. They were just running around him every single time. I'm like, Chaz, like, come on, man. You're not representing the Gators. You're making us look bad. You got to step it up, bruh. Free gave up 2 sacks. He's supposed to be replacing Free. But right now, I don't feel too comfortable with putting Chaz out there. I really, really don't. Collins looked great. Everybody else, of course, is spectacular. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Podcast didn't stop. We just had a little pause. Had to drink some water. Other names you guys may not be too familiar about. Chanel Jenkins, defensive end, out of Shepherd, D2 school. He recorded 21 sacks in the last 2 seasons. Some of you guys may think that's a fluke, but hey, he's leading the team in sacks during the preseason with 2. And very, very solid guy. I like him. Another player that I kind of growing a liking to is Rodney Cole. He's a defensive end from Akron. He really is a defensive tackle. He reminds me of Marvin Austin. Very wide body, strong. Not as strong as Crawford. Crawford is a freaking beast. Just hopefully we can keep him healthy, man. Both of the Crawfords, really. Darius Jackson, the other running back that we have that you guys may not be too familiar with, out of Eastern Michigan, I believe. I'm sorry, I don't have the stats or notes in front of me. But he reminds me of, and I can't think of his name. He was the running back out of Kansas City. Big body. North and South runner. I think he's, I hope we're able to keep him on our practice squad. I just truly believe he's not going to make it. So, I don't think he's going to make the roster because we have way too many running backs And I think he's too good for him not to clear waivers. I think somebody's definitely going to pick him up. And he can be a solid backup runner. Third down runner, mostly. But, I mean, Dallas Cowboys fans, like, the future is bright. I'm loving the future of this team. But right now, we got to think of the present. Time is ticking. Our quarterback is old. Our tight end is old. I don't know how many years Jason Garrett is going to have left. I really don't care. That's another discussion for another day. But the time is now, man. It's ticking. It's running out for us. We had a huge window of opportunity the year before, and the catch pretty much just shattered everything. We are back to 2015 Dallas Cowboys. Dominant running game, decent defense, letting Tony Romo manage the game. But as I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, and as I will mention this again, we are not going anywhere without Tony Romo. But we got to keep him healthy. I mean, man, his injury list: 2008 sprained finger, 2010 sprained shoulder, 2011 bruised hand, 2013 back injury, 14 back injury, 15 fractured shoulder, and the season just freaking started and he already has a tweak back. I don't know. I really don't know. But we need him. We absolutely need him. We can't get this done without him. I know you guys are ready to move on from Tony Romo and let the Prescott era begin. But trust me, guys. Man, we need him. If you're wondering what I'm playing in the background, that's Ninth Wonder, one of the best producers ever. Very influential producer. Awesome. I just needed something relaxing. Because Tony Romo just had me lose my freaking mind yesterday, and I'm just really, really trying to calm down off of that. I didn't want to go off on the Cowboys today. I wanted to keep it calm and cool and collective. So Ninth Wonder was perfect for me. Kept me nice and mellow, Not mellow, the guy that goes in 7-Eleven with a bathrobe. Yeah, that's the other podcast. But guys, that's pretty much all I have. I mean, just to recap, we need to keep Romo on his feet. Zeke looks amazing as advertised. Our running game is going to be improved. Keep Dez on his feet. That defense gave up a lot of plays, but I mean, there was a lot of magical plays by Russell. I mean, he was just running all over the place. There's nothing you can really do about that. But I'm going to try to keep positive. I'm going to try to keep you guys positive. The season haven't even started yet. This next preseason game, guys, take absolutely nothing away from this. This game is going to be for the guys just pretty much trying to make the practice squad. Jackson may get a little more burn. I'm curious to see how he's going to look. We got to keep it strong. Cowboy Nation, we got to stay together, baby. Our general went down, but he's not down for the count. Don't give up on Romo, guys. As badly as you want to. Prescott looks great. Prescott is not ready. Not yet. Maybe a year or two down the line. Not now. If you want us to go anywhere in the playoffs, whether it's a push for the Super Bowl, we are not going to that place without Tony Romo. If you do not believe me, look at the record of the Dallas Cowboys without Tony Romo. Need I say more? But that's pretty much all I got for today, guys. Hit me up. That is podcastingbs@gmail.com.